Okay, we're live. There's actually one thing that's been annoying the shit out of me, though. I can't fix that. It's silencing when not in focus, no matter what I do. So anytime I tab out to do anything, it's gonna stop playing the music, and it's really fucking annoying. It's really, really annoying. Okay, here's my question. Because I have, like, 23, tokens for Expedition. Can I just start some and then give up? And just get some free shit? Okay, I can. Yeah, because the update is out, yes. Yeah, there's just so many. I just have so many Expedition tokens, and Expedition isn't fun. Does anyone even do Expedition? Serious question, does anyone actually do Expedition? Jesus, it's so annoying. Why? What? Hello? Expansion announcements. Okay, yes. Event. Upgrade to Premium. Oh, Jesus. Am I gonna have to put more money in this game? Okay. So, we might as well go look at the new cards before we play the game. So, here is Ionia. They're adding a bunch of recall support. I don't. You guys probably can't read it because it's too small. Okay, this website actually does let me zoom in pretty easily. It's just a bunch of recall support. Do I like the new TP? It's not really new. They're just nerfing it. So, yeah. So Ari seems pretty overpowered. I know that's leveled up Ari. Ari seems pretty overpowered. She's 2 for a 2/3 quick attack, which is just good by default. And then yeah, she looks pretty fucking overpowered. I don't think she's even gonna get paired with Yasuo. Because Ari can, I mean, maybe, I don't know. But Ari can just straight up win the game on her own as a 2-drop. I'm not going to look at all the recall cards. Let's look at Targon. This doesn't look like Targon. Hello? Literally none of these are Targon. What? They just did Targon twice. Okay. So I'm pretty sure this is Bandle City. So they added Kennen. He's annoying. Ari and Rumble look overpowered. Dude, Ari looks so fucking broken, and she's just gonna be another broken card for Ionia in a really annoying Ionia deck that just sort of wins because they drew the right cards that countered your cards at the right time. And it's just would be a card that auto wins the game in a faction that can perfectly protect everything they do. That's not going to be annoying. No, sir. No, sir. Anyway. So, Kennen also looks overpowered. He's 1 for a 2/1 quick attack, which is just great. He's a 1-drop who you have to spot remove. Great. Brilliant. The thing is with Kennen is his level up is when you summon the same ally 5 times. Now, personally, isn't Kennen Ionian? Okay, it sounds like it says Targon, but they mean Bandle City. So Bandle City is getting recall support, which I guess pushes recall into 2 different factions. I guess. I don't know. Here, can I play the Pantheon theme? Let's play the Pantheon theme while we're waiting here. Anyway, so Kennen, he's 1 for a 2/1 quick attack, which if anyone plays Magic the Gathering, that's basically a 1 for a 2/1 first strike. Is it first strike in Magic the Gathering? Guys, which is the most popular card game to compare shit to? Because I'm gonna be dead honest, I can really only compare shit to Magic the Gathering. I haven't been a kid in a very long time, so I don't know. Does everyone on the school guard still play Magic the Gathering? I don't know. So Kennen is basically 1 for a 2/1 quick attack. So yeah, he seems a little bit overpowered. He seems like another one of these 1-drop champions who you have to spot remove on the first turn, or he sort of just starts winning the game. Okay, so Kennen, he's 1 for 2/1. When I'm summoned, create a Mark of the Storm in hand. Mark of the Storm is a 0 fast. Grant an enemy Mark of the Storm. If they already have it, remove the mark to stun them and deal 2 instead. So Mark of the Storm doesn't actually do anything. But if you can get 2 on them, it does 2 damage and stuns them. When I'm summoned, blocked, or attack, create a Mark of the Storm. That's when he levels up. Hey, thank you, Tony, for joining the channel, my friend. The update is out. So, I don't know. Kennen just seems like a stat check. I don't know. This is 4 for 3/3. When you summon another ally, grant me +1/+0. His whole thing is that he has quick attack. He seems kind of shit. I think this card would be good like 9 years ago, but when I'm summoned, create a Storm Crowd. That's Risu the Silent Storm. So when she is summoned, she generates a 7/3 impact, and that's every time she's summoned. Now, I'm hesitant to say there could be some jank Viego Kennen deck, but I feel like there could be some jank Viego Kennen deck. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Lightning Rush, recall an ally to do 2 to anything. Get it? Lightning Rush is back! I feel like Riot made this whole fucking deck just to annoy me. Just because of that stupid joke. I don't know. When I'm summoned, create a Cloud Stance in hand. 2 for a 2/2. Cloud Stance. 1, burst, grant an ally +2/+0, and end, round end, recall me. You know, just Grumble Slag, 2 for a 2/3, attune. It doesn't seem good, but it actually kind of is, because attune. What is attune? That means you generate a spell mana, right? So the whole thing with Grumble Slag is you play him for 2, you get a spell mana back. So if you're trying to do a spell deck or a stall deck, this is a good way to try to stall out the game while playing for late game. Here's the only issue. Bandle City and Bilgewater are not stall decks. Thank you so much for everything, Hash. Your streams help me a lot with my anxiety and stress. I love your streams so much. Keep it up, buddy. Thank you, Tony. If this card was in an actual control deck, like if this was in fucking Demacia, Lux would love this shit. 2 for a 2/3. I know it's for Nami. Don't tell me it's for Nami. But Nami is the Okay, I fucking told you guys that Nami was just gonna be abused with elusives, by the way. I told you that it was just gonna be abused with elusives. I told everyone that, man. Anyway, so if this was in like Demacia, you could toss this in a Lux deck, and 2 for a 2/3 that gives you a spell mana, so you can try to control the board, and also it's got 3 health, so it's kind of hard to get rid of, and it can, you know, chump block a lot. That would be great. In the factions it's in, like, imagine red randomly gets a control card, and that's what I feel about this. I don't know. Okay, so Nasa, Crashing Thunder. He's 3 for a 5. Wait, what? Oh, right, here we go. Okay. This is 3 for a 2/3. When I'm summoned, if you summon a Thunderfist this game, transform me to Nasa, Crashing Thunder. So the whole thing is you summon Thunderfist for 3, recall him, and then every time you play him from then on, you get Nasa, Crashing Thunder, which is 3 for a 5/4 impact. Yeah. Quicken, recall a unit with 3 or less power for 2. That's bad. I don't know. Okay. Well, Lux did get buffed. She was somewhat, sort of, maybe sort of viable. If, like, she actually had real support. That's the thing. Grumble-Slag is the kind of card that Lux actually needs. She needs the ability to keep creatures on the board to keep blocking while building up. But anyway, so Tornado Warrior. When I'm summoned, grant me +1/+0 and a random keyword. I keep those stats. I keep those stat buffs and keywords when I'm recalled. Okay, so he's 2 for a 2/2. Oh, he's really 2 for a 3/2 with a random keyword, and he keeps them recalled. That's really good, actually. Huh. Minion, he's 2 for a 2/1. Last breath, create a copy of me and hand it around end. So, Minion is a control card. It's nice that they randomly added a control card. I think that's the only... What are the new characters? What sounds good to you? Well, we're going over that right now. So far, there's Kennen, Ari. I'm not even going to go into Ari. That shit just fucking pisses me off to read because it's so obviously broken. It just pisses me off to read. I'll go over it in a second. Okay, so here's Pantheon shit. So Pantheon shit is all about brotherly love and justice and working together with your team to overcome the enemies. And I'm not exaggerating. Okay. So Pantheon's cards are against all odds. If your opponent has more units than you, grant an ally +1/+1 for each extra unit they have. 3 for a focus. They had to keep it weak because of Fiora. I don't know. To be honest, I would really rather they remake Fiora than make sure that any card that does anything has to be weak because of Fiora. I don't know. Then there's Chem4, the Doubt. Now, this card sucks and was probably nerfed right before they launched it. It's 6 for a 5/4. When I'm summoned, if you targeted allies 6+ times this game, grant me Spell Shield, Overwhelm, and Challenger. I feel like they very clearly nerfed it. I think it was supposed to be 5 mana or something. Because as of now, it's this legendary card that has like these requirements and it has this like awesome animation in game and it does all this shit. But then you look at it and it's really not that good. There's Shield Vault, grant an ally +1/+1 and stun an enemy. I think Pantheon is supposed to be mid-range, so this actually helps you get to mid-range because you stun an enemy on their attack, buff an ally to block. Okay. Freed Colossus, when I'm summoned or attack, create a gem in hand. He comes in way too fucking late to like 5 mana. He's coming in at 5 mana to start building your hand. I don't know. I honestly think this guy could straight up go to 4 mana and he'd still be unusable. Yeah, no, he could straight go to 4 mana, 4 for a 4/5 when I'm summoned to attack, create a gem. That would be fine. I don't know why it's 5 mana. Sometimes they just do wacky shit. Okay, so here's Pantheon. Let's get unleveled. So he's 4 for a 4/2 with Spell Shield and Overwhelm and that new Keystone. That Keystone? Keyword? There we go, keyword. So, the new keyword is the first time every round he's targeted, he gets a permanent +1/+1. So, on deploy, he's not that great. You're going to need some sort of spell mana or something to guard him. But with Spell Shield and Overwhelm and that keyword, he's basically a win condition on his own. So, for example, if you Pantheon and then Shield Vault, you grant him +1/+1 and stun an enemy. So on deploy, if you have 2 spell mana on turn 4, on deploy, Pantheon becomes a 6/4 Overwhelm Spell Shield, which is pretty good. When you target allies in 5 different rounds, now that's, you've targeted allies in 5 different rounds. It's barrier. Was that barrier? Oh! I can't tell if that's better or worse. That's actually probably worse. It's definitely different. Okay, so it's barrier, my bad. So barrier means on deploy, he ignores the first time he takes damage, which... No, okay. So when you target allies in 5 different rounds, when he levels up, when I'm summoned or level up, grant me a random keyword for each round you've targeted allies this game. So there's a little bit of randomness to it, but yeah. We stand together, burst, give 2 allies +1/+2 this round. That's meant to work with the new faded keyword, which honestly, that didn't get put on many cards. That only was put on 3 cards. Huh. Blinded Mystic, play, grant ally +1/+1, and silence an enemy follower. The silence is permanent. So Blinded Mystic, despite looking bad, I actually think he's a 1 or 2 of, because the double effect and the permanent silence is kind of impactful. Being able to, for example, just knock a dragon out of existence feels pretty good to me. Ayula, play, grant an ally spell shield and overwhelm this round. She's not very good. Well, no, this is leveled up Pantheon. So you play Pantheon turn 4, but you can keep targeting allies and leveling them up. So Ayula I actually don't like. I think she should have been a 3/4. I don't know. I think she should have been a 3/4, or it should have just been play, grant an ally spell shield permanently. I get it, but so this is the one everyone is whining about. This is Wounded White Flame. It's a Fury Faded Dragon. It's 3 for a 2/4 dragon, which is pretty strong. And could you do Pantheon Shyvana? I don't know. So you have 3 for a 2/4 Fury Faded. Fury means anytime it kills a unit, it gets +1/+1. Faded means every time you target it, it gets +1/+1. So the combo of these two means it's a 3-drop that heavily beats the fuck out of people that can't spot remove it. I think it's good because it's a pretty hard anti-aggro card. And this is 1 for 1/2 faded. Yeah, whatever. So, actually, I didn't realize there were so few faded cards. Actually, Pantheon didn't really get any support, did he? Wait, how come? Okay. Legitimate question. Why are people complaining that this game is like too pre-built, not enough freeform? They don't release anyone that blah blah blah, right? How come people are complaining about that when you got shit like Pantheon? And Pantheon is like really good at just doing whatever. Pantheon's pretty good at like being dunked into a bunch of different champions and shit. And then Yeah, did I skip Rumble? Wait, where's Rumble? Wait. Hello? Wait. Wait. Where's Rumble? Are these all the cards? I don't think these are all the cards. Wait, did they fuck something up here? Huh. Oh god, what? It's you're just gonna make me keep. Okay. Did they add a Pantheon board? No. Did they add a Pantheon card back? No. Pantheon emote? Do I have to like personally click it to get it to stop? Dear God. Please stop telling me about... Like, I get it. Wow, look at the event. Please stop highlighting. Prismatic Jinx. Wait, ending soon. I didn't even realize that this was on. Wait, I thought this would be for the new Pantheon cards and shit. Wait, when is this ending? I probably shouldn't even do this, should I? Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do, I think honestly we would do, yeah, is the expansion out? I don't think so. It's out in 2 hours. I might have started streaming a bit too early. Maybe. It's flashing because you have something to claim. Oh. Grant tech allies everywhere +1/+1. Once you've casted 6+ cards this game. But that's kind of bad. Well, I mean, I guess it's not. Dash Pantheon, which pair would be good? I think Yumi might work. I don't think there's a Yumi in this game. Is that it for tech? Man, I really thought that like Victor and shit were tech. They, well, what? So it's just only a Heimerdinger buff card? That's really weird. I mean, I guess it's 3 for a 4/3 if you've procced it. I don't know. I kind of thought that Victor and his shit were gonna be tech. That would at least make sense, although it wouldn't be possible to proc. Guards have -1 cost, augment, and are created by Glorious Evolution and are now tech. Adaptatron 3000 doesn't even look bad. Honestly, does that card not get used? 1 for a 1/3 lets you block a lot of aggro bullshit that's going on these days. Yeah, can we... Oh, I should also say, so Poppy got nerfed from 4/3 to 3/3, and Young Witch got nerfed from 1/2 to 1/1. I'm gonna be dead honest. I liked the Young Witch buff when it happened because I thought it enabled the Lulu decks, and I thought it enabled Lulu to actually be viable and that, you know, support Ionian shit to be viable. The problem is that it didn't really get used in the support Ionian things. Instead, it just got used with trick decks over and over and over and over. So, personally, I would like it if they started to buff up the support Ionian cards. But here's the problem. It's been like half a year. And the only real buffs they've done... I'm trying to think here. There was a Vanguard Sergeant, and that was basically it. They don't really buff anything anymore, man. Like, they could go through some of these Ionian cards and actually buff them. Like, the Squirrel. Why don't they just make Squirrel 5 toughness? That would do so much more for Ionian support. I don't know. Yeah, Lulu has also not been... Like, I don't know. I'm hesitant because Lulu support... Could Pantheon plus Lulu work? To be honest with you, with only a potential... How many are you able to add to your deck? It's 3? Yeah, 3. Sorry, I was just getting confused. With only 3 faded, so there's only potentially 9 faded cards you can even have in your deck. I don't think you should really build your deck around faded. I think you should have faded in your deck, but yeah, these are not all the new cards. Does this one have them all? All the cards unsorted. Brilliant. That's not so bad. Okay, did they miss any from Targon? I feel like there should have been like 1 or 2 more cards for Pantheon. I mean, when you look at how much useless shit he got. I mean, okay, so what's useless here? Okay. Cam 4 is useless. Against all odds is useless. Freed Colossus is useless. That's 3 useless cards. This is just Pantheon's version of it. Blinded Mystic, let's be honest, not really that great. Ayula, not that great. So what good cards did Pantheon get? You got Pantheon, Saga Seeker potentially, Wounded White Flame, and Shield Vault. That's 4 cards. This looks like a lot, but it's only 4 cards. Yeah. So, okay, so here's Rumble. Rumble's actually here. I don't know why it gets skipped. So here's Yordle Captain. When you summon another ally with equal or less power than me, grant it +1/+1. Yay. Yordle buffs. This is all the Kennen shit I went through earlier. Okay, so here's finally Rumble's shit. Okay, so here's Rumble. His whole gimmick is Rumble discards cards and makes them into Mecha Yordles. And then Mecha Yordles are just straight better. So here's Squeaker. 2 for a 1/1. Play, discard 1 to manifest a Mecha Yordle. 2 for a 1/1 augment, though. Dear God. Yeah, he's probably not going to get used unless you desperately need Mecha Yordles. They expanded on the target archetype in Noxus. I don't see any new Noxus cards unless you're messing with me. Let's see. So there's Electro Harpoon. To play, discard 1. Deal 2 to a unit and 2 to the enemy Nexus. Can we have a zoom? Yeah. That would probably be helpful for you. Bouncer and Bolt, that's a Mecha Yordle, meaning, so you can't put, okay, just so everyone understands, Mecha Yordles don't have a rarity, you can't put them in your deck, you can only create them. So the idea with this deck is you discard cards and turn them into Mecha Yordles, and then Mecha Yordles are really strong. So you'd play a super weak 2-drop, but then in return, you can discard a card that maybe you don't need, or you're very likely just going to be using synergy, so you can discard cards that actually get buffed when discarded. But let's pretend here for a second that isn't what's going to happen. So this is 2 for 3/2 Challenger Impact. That is good. I mean, I don't know if you guys know what Challenger is. It means you can grab enemies and force them to block you. So, boom, boom. Here's 2 for 3/2 Impact. Attack, grant the top 3 allies in your deck +1/+1. Here's another one, 2 for 1/4. Support, give my supported allies spell shield and +2/+2 this round. Salty Spinner, 3 for a 0/4. Impact, when I'm summoned, around start, grant me +0/+2 for each card you discarded last round, then shuffle my stats. This one looks bizarrely good. If you discard even once before playing him on turn 3, that's 6 stats. So it's 3 for 3/3 on average. But then he's going to get +1/+1. So on next round, he's already 3 for a 4/4. Depending on how his stats roll on the random, I don't know. He looks interesting. Like he could potentially just win a game outright, particularly against control decks. Because it's not like control decks can spare a card. Like they can't mini-morph the Salty Spinner if the deck is also running Scion and Rumble. You know what I mean? I think that's what's good about the Mecha Yordles. I mean, obviously they look really good, but I think what's particularly good is that because all these cards are really strong at what they do, like, oh, does your opponent not look like they're going to have a turn 2 blocker? Well, then you can swing with Fury Horn Crasher, get a free attack. Next time, get another free attack. I shouldn't say free. Even if he dies on the attack that time, he's given the top 3 allies in your deck +1/+1 twice, which means that you're going to pick some strong cards. Yeah. So, Salty Spinner looks interesting. Then there's Smash and Dash. When I'm summoned, grant me Impact twice. So it's 3 for a 4/4, Impact 2. I'm not sure why they worded it like that. I don't know why they don't just give him Impact 2, but okay. When I'm summoned, create a random 1, 2, and 3 cost follower in hand. That one's also good. Professor Von Mech. So it's 4 for 3/2 Impact. Obviously it's weak, and it's a Mecha Yordle, so you have to discard to get him. So, but the thing is, he generates 3 cards. On random, that could be pretty good. Shadow Tech Walker, 4 for a 2/5, elusive Impact. It's not really that good. I don't think many want to go for this, but it's just the fact that you can get a tanky elusive to try to stop elusive cheese. 5 for a 5/6, attack, summon 2 attacking Sand Soldiers. When you're starting to get up to this one, he's not the greatest, but I don't know, like so my problem with this is you're starting to get up to really high costs. And when you're starting to get up to really high costs, you kind of want your cards to be winning. He is really strong, but compare him to, let's say... oh my god. I don't know why I'm sneezing so hard lately. Trump Tecker. When I'm summoned, grant other allies +1/+1. Like, this one comes off at a 5-drop and does a big effect. This one comes off... I mean, I guess if your board is empty, it's 5 for a 5/6 that can just attack and potentially do 9 damage on attack. Actually, 10 damage on attack. So, no, actually, I take it back. This one's good. Yeah. Earthshaker attack. Double my power and impact. Yeah, I mean, what champs do you want to come to Legends Runeterra? I actually take the opinion that I don't really care who they add, because 90% of the time, anyone they add, they can just make way cooler. And here, let me actually show you. So, Nautilus, I would never have said I wanted Nautilus in the game, right? But the way he's implemented is way different than he is in League of Legends. Like, he has nothing to do with how he is in League of Legends. And so, I would never have said I want Nautilus, but then the way they implement him, he's really goddamn cool, right? So, I actually take the opinion that I don't really care who they add, because they'll likely be fine anyway. So Earthshaker, attack, double on power and impact. So it's 6 for 6, 8, impact 2. Not really that great, but her whole thing is if she gets to attack twice, she wins. To be honest, I think Mecha Yordles push a more control variant of Scion, because they have a lot of Mecha Yordles that if they ever get left in a 1v1, they basically win the match. Little Dipper. So this one's another one. It's 6 for 5/3. To play me, discard a unit. Last breath, summon an exact copy of the discarded unit. That's obviously pretty good, particularly because you get to chump attack. Now, Rumble is the Mecha Yordle thing in the end. So Rumble's 4 for 5/4. So good stat line, at the very least, average stat line. Play, discard up to 3 cards to grant allied Rumbles everywhere, impact for the first, quick attack for the second, and spell shield for the third. So if you discard 3 cards, he's 4 for a 5/4, quick attack, impact, spell shield, which is pretty good. But they miss at times such as LeBlanc. LeBlanc would be fine if she wasn't LeBlanc. I hate to say it because it's such a meme, but LeBlanc's problem is that she just dies to Arcane Shot every fucking time, and it's impossible to make her work. If I was to look here, if we look at LeBlanc, so for those of you who don't know how LeBlanc is implemented, she's 3 for a 5/2 quick attack. So at 3 mana, a 5 damage quick attack is effectively unblockable. It's pretty strong. She levels up if she's seen you deal 15 damage, which again is pretty strong. Once she's leveled up, every time you deal 15 damage, she creates a mirror image. A mirror image creates a copy of a unit with 5+ power. On its face, LeBlanc is a good unit. Really cool. It allows you to copy units. You can do some really cool shit. In the LeBlanc Ashe deck, there's a lot of cool shit you can do. In fact, here, I'll go show you, because I feel like LeBlanc gets way too much hate. So in a LeBlanc Ashe deck, you can copy Rimfang Denmother. And if you copy her, even Ephemeral, which means it dies at the end of the round, even if you copy it, you're summoning another Rimfang pack. Let me show you that. Another Rimfang pack, which is a really big Overwhelm card. Right? So that's pretty cool. Or you can copy potentially a Trifarian Assessor to draw a shitload of cards. Or you can copy an Incisive Tactician to get another Rally, meaning another attack. Or you can copy an Avarice and Hearthguard to buff every card in your deck again. Like, there's a lot of cool shit you can do. Right? She's cool. Like, there's actually really cool shit. Here's the problem. she dies every time you play her because she just gets spot removed. And if you spend too much time trying to keep her alive, then you lose the game because you spent all your time trying to keep her alive and you haven't built anything. So, yeah. Well, that's the thing, is you try to run her in the Ash deck because the Ash deck has Troll Chant and Three Sisters and, you know, you can Frostbite a bunch of units, blah, blah, blah. The problem is it's hard to level her up. She won't level up if all you're doing is keeping her alive. And then if you do level her up, mirror imaging, you then need another 15 damage. So, honestly, I would say this. If they buffed some of this Frostbite support, like if Rimfang Denmother came down to a 5-drop, if Avros and Hearthguard potentially got buffed to a 5/6 again like he was, if oh boy, here, if I don't really know how they could buff. I mean, I don't know if they printed like a 1-drop Frostbite or something. I don't know. But I think there does exist a world. There does exist a world where LeBlanc can be really cool and people would enjoy playing her. That's my opinion. There does exist a world where that happens. Even in her current state, with no changes to LeBlanc, there does exist a world where LeBlanc gets played and is cool. However, there also exists a world where Ash eventually just kicks LeBlanc out of her deck and another champion gets added that Ash just pairs with. Yeah. If they gave LeBlanc a mirror image on level up, that would actually be really cool. That would push this deck really hard too, because then you could copy an Avros and Hearthguard pretty early, allowing you to power the fuck out of your deck. I honestly think, despite the fact that it could be really sketchy and potentially lead to some mid-range decks that are extremely toxic, I think Avros and Hearthguard could go to 5/6 again and be fine. I honestly think it could happen. Because at the rate the game is going, he's basically 5 for a 5/5 that sometimes does something. I think he could go to 5/6 and be fine. I also think Assessor could go to a 5 for a 4/4. Because they nerfed her cost anyway. Making her 4 toughness wouldn't be the end of the world. I also think Denmother could go to a 5-drop. With how hard it is to stack Frostbites, I think Denmother could go to a 5-drop. I think the biggest problem this deck has is it's a fine deck. It's just it takes too long to do anything. And some of these cards, like, okay, Rhyme to Shaman. Could this card go down to a 4-drop maybe? I don't know. Anyway, that's, okay, so I was just going on the tangent because people always complain about LeBlanc. People always complain about LeBlanc, and she is actually interesting. It's just that she doesn't work. I do see a world, even without buffs, that LeBlanc could be viable. I do like the idea of giving her a mirror image on level up, though. I honestly think Hearthguard could go to 5/6. I think, honestly, this deck could use some pushing. I don't think it's that bad, but I think it could use some pushing. Hearthguard to 5/6, Rimfang Denmother to 5 mana, push Rhyme to Shaman to 4 mana. I honestly think Thrashing Snapper should be when it blocks or is blocked. Would that be overpowered? Maybe. Maybe that would be overpowered. It would definitely give this deck a crazy early game. I tried, yeah, I have a LeBlanc Yeti deck. Yeah, people keep telling me that Ash decks are fine, but they're really not. Honestly, Ash could go to 4 toughness too. I honestly think they could push this deck pretty hard. I don't know if they'd want to push it all in one patch, so maybe don't buff Ash directly, but I definitely think Hearthguard could go to 5-6. Well, maybe you would want to push Ash directly. Would you want to push Ash directly, or do you want to push her support? Because her support would just go with her anyway, right? So maybe push Hearthguard to a 5-6, Rhymetusk to 4-drop, and Den Mother to 5-drop. You could probably do all of that on one patch. If Snapper gave 3 health on block and 3 health on blocking, I don't know. You know what I mean. I think that'd be broken as shit. Every single control deck would then have to go Noxus so they could get Thrashing Snapper. And anytime an aggro deck saw them play Thrashing Snapper, they'd basically just have to surrender. You wouldn't be able to push through it any reasonable time. No, I think that'd be fine. Yeah. No, I think you could push Ash. Reasonably? Okay, here's my opinion. Reasonably, I think you could push Ash to a 5-4, Hearthguard to a 5-6, Rhymetusk to a 4-drop, Den Mother to a 5-drop. I think you could do all 4 of those buffs, and the deck would be fine, but I don't think they would want to do 4 buffs to a deck in one patch. So maybe they push Hearthguard to a 5-6, Rhymetusk to a 4-drop, Den Mother to a 5-drop, and just go like that. Dude, I feel like the developers really need to treat this game more like a job. I don't know why they're not. I think they really need to treat this game more like a job, and they need to actually, like, do their job every single patch, including card patches. So including this patch, they should go to 5 different decks that are underperforming and just give them at least 1 buff. You might say, oh, but Hashinshin, that would take a lot of work. They would need to find which decks are underperforming, find weak. Yeah, like a job. Like, treat it like a job where it would be work. Seriously, I mean, and really, if you played this game a lot, how hard would that really be? Oh, elites are too weak? Garen has tough. Elites now have 5 for a 5/5 tough regeneration. Okay. Would that make elites too Garen-centric? Maybe. I don't know. But would that really be that hard to do? We'd see a lot of Garen decks. Garen would suddenly be a threat to the board, to life. Garen would be 5 for a 5/5 tough regeneration. Suddenly, this card that nobody's ever given a shit about, now, wouldn't that cause power creep? No, because Garen has never been used. Spoilers! Garen has never been in a viable deck, not even once. Pushing Garen to be usable once would be nice. Even if they eventually nerfed him and made him a 5/4 tough regeneration, which I don't think they would have to do, but even if they eventually did that, it would be at least different, right? Okay, let's go back. I went onto a LeBlanc tangent. Okay. Where were we? We're on Rumble. So we went through Rumble. Arena Mechacaster. Attack. Give other attacking allies +2/+0 this round, and it's 6 for 4/5. That one is kind of weak as shit. I mean, if I'm looking at it, so it's 6 mana, and comparable to the 5 mana Dune Hopper. I mean, if you had like a full board, but I don't think Mecha Yordles is going to have a full board. You would need to do some serious fuckery with Scion to get a full board, which could be possible. Deep. Dude, okay, in all honesty, like, am I complaining? I don't think it would be that hard to push deep in a way that wouldn't be that shitty. Here's what you do. Step 1. Maokai now is 3 mana. Maokai also counts discards. So he levels up on your units have died or your cards have been tossed or discarded 25 times. Why does Hashinshin want to give tough to anything? Well, no, just Garen. Because that's literally Demasia's thing is tough. If I was to give Demacia a thing, if I was to look at Demacia and be like, Demacia should get a thing, it should be tough. Anyway, here's what you do to make Deep a better deck. 1, Deadbloom Wanderer is a 3/3. So now it potentially gets to block twice against aggro, letting you keep your health bar up really easily. 2, Maokai is now a 3-drop. So now he can, like, actually deploy and do shit before the game is over. 3, I think Beast Below should maybe go to a 4/5. So that when you lure the depths in, Beast Below, he's a bit stronger. It would just give him a little bit better mid-game. Remember, guys, Deep got turbo fucked when they allowed you to mini-morph Nautilus. The deck doesn't exist anymore. I actually think that Deep was just below viable, like 2 expansions in a row. But ever since Minimorph, this deck is suicide to play. I love Deep. You guys have watched me. I probably played Deep more than anything. Oh, why do I want to give health to everything? Because the best way to make anti-aggro cards is to give it health, so that it can block twice. If I was to buff... Okay, let's say I was to buff this guy to a 4/2. Yeah, it would be neat, I guess. But it would give you 1 more health, and that's it. Is 1 more health going to make Deep viable? No. Is Deadbloom Wanderer being able to block 2 aggro cards going to make it viable? Yes, that actually will. As for Garen, I think Garen... Okay. I honestly think they should pay attention to the lore a little bit. Like it or not, on a human level, for characters that are human, like Misfortune or... Well, there aren't many humans. Hired Gun. You know what I'm talking about, right? Dreadway Deckhand. For human cards that are humans, Garen is a pretty high-level human. He's a trained combatant. He leads the elite Demacian army. He literally has an aspect of a god that he can summon down to smite his enemies. He has the strongest armor in the universe. He has full Petrocyte armor that make him immune to magic unless there's a random music video where he gets his ass beat by Silas for no reason that I can think of. By the way, that was fucking stupid. Why is that canon? Anyway, Garen reasonably being 5 for a 5/5 tough regeneration makes sense. The dude is big. He's armored. You can't hurt him with magic unless, again, the plot calls for it, which is really sus. I mean, look at how fucking, like, physically large he is. You might not be able to see it because he's behind the armor, but Garen is a fucking space marine. Look at how big he is compared to other warriors next to him. The dude's probably 240 pounds of pure fucking muscles, 6'4". So yeah, I think plot-wise, Garen could be 5 for a 5/5 tough regeneration and be fine. As for the people complaining about Darius, so here's the thing. I can't fix everything all at the same time. If I'm suggesting a buff for Darius, could Darius get tough? Yes. But what's the point? Tough isn't a Noxus thing. If you want me to be blunt, I don't think Darius should get buffed. I think Darius would lead... If Darius is viable, he would just lead to some super janky shit cards. And decks. Literally, you buff Darius, you drop him to 5 mana. Does that make the game better? No, actually, it doesn't. If you give Darius a drop to 5 mana, all that happens is burn deck starts slotting him in, and you have to start blowing your spot removal on a 5 drop, which starts being really difficult against an aggro deck. So no, I don't think Darius should be buffed. I think he should honestly just be gotten... I think you should honestly just forget about him, because he would make the... Legends of Runeterra as a game would be less fun if they buffed Darius. I truly believe in my heart, if Garen got pushed to a 5/5 tough regeneration, it would be extremely annoying. It would be frustrating to fight. You would have to mini-morph him to really deal with him for the majority of decks. On the other hand, I don't think it would be as annoying as a lot of other shit. He wouldn't automatically win the game, and he would actually have to play the board, which means that other mid-range decks would actually get a shot at fighting him. Garen Rekindler was the top deck of the beta. No, it wasn't. She Who Wanders crushed him. Oh, here's my other buff. So, going on the do 5 random buffs to underperforming decks. Here's another one. Vanguard Defender, 2 for a 2/3 tough. While that would be boring, it would be effective, and Demacia is actually supposed to be the vanilla strong card faction. It's supposed to be the white weenies, where your cards are boring, but then what you do with them is exciting. So, yes, I think push Vanguard Defender to a 2 for a 2/3 tough, give Garen tough. Elite now has a strong 2-drop blocker. It now has a strong 5-turn play. And here's the thing. With most Elite decks not even running Garen, I think it would be fine, because on 5-drop, you got things like Screeching Dragon. You got, hold up here. Yeah, you got Swiftling Lancer. You've got, why can't I, am I blind? Wasn't there another one? There's Swiftling Lancer and then something. I can't remember. Dude, no, it's broken. No other 2-drop would match that. Okay. Demacia doesn't have the support to be an aggro deck. So, I don't think that making Demacia get a really strong 2-drop would break the game. That's my opinion. I don't believe that people are going to start running Demacia with a 2/3 Vanguard Defender is an aggro deck. I firmly believe that will be used as an anti-aggro card. Plus, remember, it doesn't have Challenger. It doesn't have anything like that. So it's not like it could swing. Turn 2, maybe it swings in and gets 2 damage. But turn 3, you'd be playing something with 4 attack. Basically, every deck just does that. For Poppy? Well, we can't fucking balance everything on Poppy. Honestly. Like, at the end of the day, you can't just balance everything on Poppy. I mean, and look at it this way. Look, they pushed Ruined Dragon Guard 3 for a 3/4 with that insane effect. Did it break the game? No. Did it give cool options? Yes. So maybe have something. Fine. I'll be lenient with you. I'll be lenient. Maybe Vanguard Defender should be 2 for a 2/2 tough text. If you behold an elite, grant me an additional 1 health. Is that health? Health. Maybe. Right? Would that be fine for you guys? That would make it difficult to slot into any deck other than elites while pushing it in elites. That would give elites a crazy strong blocker. Because dragons suck. Elites suck! Do you know how... Okay, do you know how hard you would have to... I straight guarantee you, you give Garen tough in a fucking hotfix right now. No one plays him. No one plays him. He's still a dead drop. I guarantee it. Give him tough. He's still a dead drop. You have to push something else in elites. And in my opinion, either push Battlesmith to a 3 health so he can't get spot removed by Mystic Shot so he can block some aggro. Either push Battlesmith or push Vanguard Defender so that elites can actually play something on turn 2 and keep it on the board and actually block some aggro bullshit. Alternatively, if they really wanted to, they could push Stony Suppressor to 2 for a 2/3, but that one, I feel like that would lead to some toxic Poppy decks. That was almost viable with Poppy as was. I feel like they could also push Dawn Speakers, but that would just... Dawn Speakers just goes to spiders. Right, they already said they won't try to bring back older champs. They're not bringing it back. They're just tossing something on it. Didn't they toss something on Quinn? Why is Quinn not in an elite, by the way? Can we talk about Quinn not being in elite? No, I think just toss elite... Or sorry, toss tough onto Garen. Make Battlesmith a 2/3. Make Vanguard Defender. Additional text. If you behold an elite, grant me 1 health. Those 3 changes, and I think elites become way, way more valuable. There's also Ardent Tracker, which I'm a bit sketchy about. I'm a bit sketchy on Ardent Tracker. Elite needs new cards. Do they, though? Because the amount of elites in the game... Oh, wait, what do you mean they have no 3 drops? They have Vanguard Sergeant now. That card is really good. They also have Gallant Rider, but that card is sketchy, too. The problem I have with Vanguard Rider, he was clearly put to push elites, but it's actually kind of complicated to get challenge into an elite deck consistently. Yeah, those are Silverwing Vanguard. Oh, right, this card too. Swiftling Fly. Yeah, the 4 and 5 drop on elite is so fucking bloated. They need to push the earlier elites better. They got Honored Lord. He's he's I just feel like the challenge aspect of Elite's got Yeah, and then there's Swiftling Flight, who somehow only has 2 toughness despite being a fucking transformer of armor. No, I don't know. That one's a bit weird to me, not gonna lie. Fucking, does this card look like it's gonna have 2 toughness? I don't think so. Oh, you mean 3 of copies. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Again, push Garen tough, put 3 of them in your deck. Push Battlesmith to 3 toughness, 3 of them in your deck. Push Vanguard Lancer if you hold an elite, grant 1 toughness, 3 of them in your deck. Boom. You have a very solid base then. Boom, boom, boom. Pen and Scarf, they don't want to make it in elite. Because if they make it in elite, you could run 3 in your deck and potentially just straight RNG. And Tattered Banner is actually really strong. Yeah, I think Swiftwing Flight, didn't this come out recently? Yeah, it did. I think this card could get pushed. See, it's like they want elites to also be challengers. You see that? But it just, I think this card should be 4 for 2/4. That would push it a little bit and help. Maybe just make it 4 for 3/4, honestly. This card is so bad. Although it does give you card advantage. Yeah, maybe just make it like 4 for 2/4. My only issue is that it does do a lot of wacky shit. I think they thought it was going to be a lot better. Well, if you make it 4 for a 2/4... Well, no, because that 3 for a 2/4 challenger... That card is so old, and it's been one of Demasia's best cards for so long. I think it would be fine to eventually power creep Demacia a little bit, right? It would come out a turn later, which actually matters a lot. Why is this card 8 mana? I guess it was just really... Yeah, I mean, a spell shield that also captures... But damn, 8 mana? Yeah, no, I think they should reword some of these cards too. Like reinforcements. I think reinforcements should be like... Oh, I don't know. Reinforcements maybe not, but... Both these cards do the same fucking thing. You're always against revenge buffs? Well, I mean, what exactly do you want? Do you want Demacia to be the one region that never power creeps? Everyone power creeps but Demacia? I'm trying to think. There's a card I was thinking of. Anyway, let's go back to looking at the cards. So, we're nearly... okay, I actually go over Flame Spitters. Flame Spitters 2 burst, give an ally +2/+0 and impact. It's not terrible. Oh. Actually, yeah, if reinforcements granted elite allies everywhere +1/+1, that would be pretty good. What is this 10 cost card? It's a fake card that only exists when you cheat. Yeah. Okay, so what other ones? Flame Spitters, it's okay. I don't really like it. I mean, yeah. Arena Promoter, 4 for now. Remember these are all. Oh wait, Arena Mechacaster isn't a Mecha Yordle. Oh, that's why it's so bad. I was like looking at it. I was like, this one just is kind of better at the same general idea. Well, I don't. 6 for a 4/5. I mean, it's a thing. I don't think it gets played. Maybe as a one-of finisher. I mean, if someone had board control and I was stabilizing and they played Mechacaster, that would kind of end it, wouldn't it? Arena Promoter. This is so I guess we're done with Mecha Yordles. So these were all the Mecha Yordles. Remember, you have to play a special card and discard to get a Mecha Yordle. You don't just get it for free. Everybody got that? Okay. Then we have 4 for a 4/3 tough. Discard 1 to manifest a Mecha Yordle and reduces cost by 1. So that's how you like get Mecha Yordles. It's 3 for a 3/2. Discard 1 to manifest a Mecha Yordle and granted spell shield. Could someone please tell me why I would ever play this one over this one? I mean, I guess he's tanky. I mean, it's not like you need infinite discard, do you? I mean, do you just... I mean, I guess it's nice that you now have 3 regions that can discard. So you can do Scion Bandle City, Scion Piltover. You could do Piltover into, yeah, I mean, I guess you could do Jinx Rumble. I mean, it is good that there's now 3 discard regions, because that gives you, what is that? That's 1, 2, 3 different ways to play instead of just 1. So they did triple the amount of variety you can do in a discard deck. Anyway, the first time you discard a card or damage the enemy nexus, grant me +2/+0. Here's the thing. This card looks good conceptually, but every card like this that they've ever put in doesn't really work. I think there's the Buru Control. Is Buru Control actually a thing? Yeah, there's Buru Sentinel. And what is it? Aren't there 2? Yeah, there's Burgeoning Sentinel and then Buru Sentinel. Is that it? Are those the only 2 cards like that? Oh yeah, and then okay, but this guy sucks. Why do they make cards like this? Whatever. I mean, conceptually, there's no way to make this work, is there? It just comes out so late in the game. Like, why does Riot make a card like this if they know it's not going to get used? Turn 5, you can start playing your combo, guys. It's nice that they tried to push Control Shadow Isles, but holy shit! Control Shadow Isles got fucking buried. They fucking buried it, dude. Printing extremely mediocre control cards is not going to push Control Shadow Isles again. Let's remember. Lidros got done into the dirt. Rasa got done into the dirt. Rekindler got done into the dirt. Aether Fiend... Like, I know why he's 7 mana. They don't want you to do that. Invasive Hydravine never got a chance to shine. If it was... No, that's wrong. No, I'm being stupid. I'm thinking of Overgrown Snapvine. That's what I'm thinking of. This card... Honest to fucking God... should have been 5 mana. That's my opinion. Overgrown Snapvine should have been 5 mana. Sue me. Sue me. If it was 5 mana, I think it honestly would have pushed something. I'm not really sure what. Well, Decenada got pushed really hard. I mean, Darkness got pushed really hard. But the problem is I liked the old Control Shadow Isles. The problem is they just kept pushing it to be an aggro deck and nerfing any control of it. And then they ended up nerfing the aggro of it really hard. And, yeah. So, personal opinion, I think Rasa should go to 8 toughness. He's really hard to use as is. I think 8 for an 8/8 with a conditional kill 2 is fine. Particularly because one of the reasons Rasa was so broken back in the day was a 7/6 was actually hard to remove and beat most champions on the board and beat everything basically. These days, even an 8/8 that still loses to deep cards, that loses to Nautilus, that's going to lose to Riven, Taric, that's going to lose to the new Pantheon. So the thing that made Rasa so scary was he cleared out the weak cards and then beat the fuck out of the strong cards. These days, he clears out the weak cards and loses to the strong cards, which is a fundamental shift that makes him significantly weaker. I mean, I do like that Viego brings back Shadow Isles control, but it's not the same. I miss the old Shadow Isles control, the Rasa and Lidros Shadow Isles control, the rekindling a Kindred, not Kindred, Callista, there we go, Shadow Isles control. Dude, I feel like Callista is one of the best cards that sucks, if that makes any sense to you. She's actually like really good and really easy to level. And in a lot of games, she ends up just being 3 for a 5/4 fearsome that summons allies. And yet, she still just kind of sucks. I feel like it's just because there's been so much power creep. If you're gonna win off killing your allies, you win with Viego. And if Viego levels up, he just wins the game. So, Callista, she levels up easier, but she doesn't win the game. Viego tanks for a turn or two, then he levels up, kills her, wins the game. Then you have Nocturne. Then they buff Nocturne and he still sucks. I don't know, he doesn't suck. He's just not that great. It's weird to me because it's like they're trying to push Nightfall and Fearsome into the same deck, but the problem is Nocturne. Like, okay. Imagine for a second, just imagine this with me. Imagine Nocturne said you've attacked with 5+ Nightfall or Fearsome allies. Because this one doesn't say when you play a Fearsome unit, or sorry, a Nightfall unit. When he levels up, it's just play a unit. But then over here, he can only level up with Nightfall. Maokai? Dude, Maokai could come down to 3 mana and get regeneration. Straight up. Straight up. Maokai goes to 3 mana, gets regeneration before he levels up. He would still be pretty mediocre, in my opinion. Because even at 3 mana, you're playing a 3 mana 1/4 who pretty much instantly is just going to get challenged and removed. Although I guess he's not a gift for Renekton anymore. And like he can't do anything on deploy. You have to wait till afterwards. Then once you start deploying him, he starts doing 2/1 challenging saplings, which are good, but they're really only good against aggro, and you can't wait till turn 5 to start doing something about aggro decks. What's the strongest Legends of Runeterra champion? In all honesty, it's probably Viego. Probably, right? If Viego had any support, like, dude, the Viego deck is 3 cards. He only has 3 cards in his deck. Like, imagine a fucking Magic the Gathering deck or like a Hearthstone deck that is there's literally just 3 cards, and then the entire rest of the deck is just supporting those 3 cards. And he's so fucking strong that it ends up working. I don't think he's top tier right now, but I think he's just below top tier. If he had any support, at all, I think he would break the game. Unfortunately, they're never going to give him more support because he's not actually a typical card. He came off an event, the Viego event. So, yeah. Isn't Soul the strongest? It depends, because the thing is, A-Soul is 10 mana. By the time you put down A-Soul, Viego can have leveled up and won the game already. Yeah, Viego, the thing about Viego that makes him so diabolical, if you want to call it that, is that as a card, for those of you who played card games, you'll know this feeling when you realize that you've run out of steam and the control deck is just going to keep going and you're never going to catch up and the game's over. That's what Viego does. By the time he's won the game, he typically hasn't leveled up. Ever. I don't think Viego really even levels up to win the game. Leveling up does win the game, but what typically happens is he controls the board. You can't really push through him. He keeps summoning mists, and then you realize that he's won. Like, yeah. I'm gonna go grab some coffee. I'll be right back. I realize I'm gonna have to restart my stream when the patch actually comes out. I started my stream way too early. And, little bit of an oopsie, if you ask me. Asol is great with ramp decks. He gets a free level up. I don't believe that's true. So in your MP, Viego is the strongest, but you meant which overall? But which overall deck do you think is the strongest? Well, Poppy. It's just Poppy. Oh, here's why. Yordle Explorers. When you summon another Yordle, grant it +1/+1. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna show you the Ari shit, but this stuff pisses me off because it's another fucking mid-range auto-win Ionia deck that just spams fucking removal and deny until they win the game. We have the Mourned. 1 for 2/1 elusive, Nexus Strike, recall me. This is me. Viego just auto loses to Minimorph? Yeah, who'd have imagined? What a dumb fucking idea, man. Minimorph should honestly be 7 mana or removed from the game. It kills so many decks, man. Deep, gone. Viego, gone. All because you run 2 Minimorphs. I mean, surely. Chat, surely. Surely. If a card is so strong that it basically invalidates several decks, isn't that the sort of card that shouldn't be printed or shouldn't exist? That's... My people call that card a dick move. According to the devs, they want to make more Minimorph power level cards. But the thing is, Minimorph doesn't enable control play. Minimorph enables aggro and mid-range decks to eliminate control play. You know what I mean? It's not that... It's not control decks are using Minimorph to stop Asol and Scion and Viego. It's that the aggro and mid-range decks are using Minimorph, because control decks, the way they're designed, they typically only have 1 or 2 cards that are trying to win the game. Karma and Lux Control isn't sitting on 9 win conditions. They got like 3. And when you Minimorph one of them, it basically ends the game for them. Okay, so let's look through. This is the Ari bullshit. So there's the Mourned, which isn't so bad. Fine. Woodland Keeper, 3 for 3/2. When I'm summoned, grant me +1/+0 and elusive this round. So 3 mana, deal 4 to the Nexus. Cool. Pathless Ancient, costs 2 less if we recall the unit this round. It's okay. I don't know why Ionia has high power, but alright. God Willow Seedling. Now this is the interesting one, and it potentially pushes Viego. Recall an ally to summon an ephemeral copy of it. Countdown 2, summon another ephemeral copy of it. So it stops all-in combo decks like Lee and Fiora. Then nerf them. Then nerf Lee and Fiora. Then don't make combo decks that automatically win the game unless you run mini morph. So I'm not even going to go into it because I'll just end up ranting about this shit for 10 hours. Memory's Cloak. Pick an ally being targeted by enemy fast spells, slow spells, or skills with only one target. Stop them. It's basically cheaper deny again. They keep trying to push deny back to lower mana without admitting it. But, okay. 9 lives and Liminal Guardian. 9 lives, 5 mana, burst, summon a Liminal Guardian. So it's like 5 mana, burst to summon a blocker. When I'm summoned, summon a random 1-cost follower from your region. When I'm recalled, transform me into 9 lives. So, yeah. Get it? Everyone get it? 5 mana, summon him. He summons a random 1-cost follower. Then you block. Then you recall him after he blocks. So you get 2 blockers at burst speed. Ahri! Now let me explain why Ahri is so broken. Actually, can I actually have to mute the video though. I shit you not. I got DMCA'd because Riot used a song in, I think it was their Darkness video. It didn't happen for any of the other ones. But I don't think Ahri has a theme, so they wouldn't be using a generic theme. They put out a fucking video that was using DMCA'd music, and so my stream got taken down. Not taken down, but denied. You know what I'm talking about? Because of it. And I was just like, so this is Ahri's gimmick, if you didn't see it. So when she attacks, she's 2 for a 2/3 attack. And she, so she swings. Then she recalls the ally to her right. And takes its, or no, sorry, moves the ally to her right. And then takes its place. So, oh no, it is recall. My bad. It is recall. I remembered it. So she recalls the ally to her right and takes its place. See that? So they buff her up because she's quick attack. Hits in. Recalls the ally to her right. Hits in. Everybody see that? Yeah. So it's another Ionian card that it attacks and you sit there and you go, I'm not going to get to play the game today, am I? Because I didn't draw the right spot removal card. Remember when Elise was broken? Because she was an overstat 2-mana champion that could just win the game? You guys remember that? I do. So you guys see that? So she enables recall decks. She levels up. They're trying to make the Fox girl look like she's not a sex object. Okay, so here's the big thing. Here, I'll show you here. Wait. So you see this? When she levels up, she swaps infinite times. So she hits, recalls, swaps to the right. 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 So she just did 12 damage. And cleared the board. Yeah, she's elusive, so you can't force block her with a high health creature. She'll always hit your nexus. Yep, that's it. So that's your whole gimmick. Once she levels up, she strikes indefinitely. So yeah, At first, it's the first time I attack strike, swap me to the ally to my right, then recall it. Then when she levels up, it's each time I attack strike. Everybody get that? Okay. Level up, you recalled 6 allies. Yeah, I guess they're pairing Yasuo with Ahri. I don't know, I guess they're doing a lot of porn baiting. Their spell is Ahri's Charm. Recall an ally to give an enemy vulnerable this round. It's obviously just Charm. 6 mana, 4/3, play, recall a unit. It's... yeah. Sign in Thousand-Tailed. When I'm summoned, draw 2 and give other allies +1/+1 this round. That one is... interesting. It honestly looks really good and not at the same time, and I'm torn on it. Show her? Show what? I literally just showed a video of Ahri, and I just showed her cards. What more do you want me to show, my dude? I'm at maximum show. And there's Children of the Forest. I don't know if you guys can see it. Summon ephemeral copies of the 3 strongest followers who've recalled this game. Yeah. It's almost too much draw. It's like it's a really good card, but it's not in the right deck. If this was in Demacia, I'd be like, damn, fucking 3 of. But in Ionia, it's like, damn, I guess. You know what I mean? Am I the only one that feels that way? It's a such a good card, but it like doesn't fit. The only thing I can think of is you can use him in a pinch to... it's like you can use him in a pinch to try to force draw to try to find Yasuo or Ahri. Yeah. It just says play, recall a unit. You can recall opponent units. It just doesn't look very good for me. I mean, it's one of your only options to deal with Scion and stuff like that, though. So you might just be including it 2 of. I mean, okay. So one thing I'll admit card games do well is what they'll do is print cards that are weak, but do something that you need. So you end up including them because you need it, but it's weak, which actually, in my opinion, makes it feel good, because that means that it doesn't feel like it turbo fucks your opponent out of the game, like Minimorph. I mean, this is kind of fair, because you don't get that great of a champion, and the effect isn't that insane. It's obviously good, but it's not that insane. But yeah, cards like Minimorph kind of piss me off. Minimorph is just... Minimorph should be 7 mana, and I truly don't believe there's any excuse for it. The fact that Minimorph is burst speed, the fact that it... Minimorph is just so broken, I literally can't wrap my head around the fact that it exists. Minimorph existing removes so many decks from viability that it's just nuts. Ashe... Not Ashe. Ashe can probably deal with it. Well, can Ashe deal with it? Well, Ashe can draw a lot if she draws right. I don't know. It just, Scion decks can't really compete. Deep is dead. Viego is dead. So, Deep as a concept is dead. The entire fucking concept of Deep is gone because they added Minimorph. Viego is dead because of Minimorph. So, you killed 2 decks. 2 decks no longer exist because you pushed Minimorph. Ravun! Man, I wish his deck was good. There's just no way to make Daybreak good. I really wish Riot would go through and change some of this shit. Shieldbreaker, honestly, Shieldbreaker should be Daybreak, give me +0, +2, and +0, +2 this round. That might be too broken, though. I don't know. That would probably be too broken. I don't know. I'm just, the whole thing, man. You know, I have not looked at Jace. I literally didn't look at the Jace mini expansion. Have I gone over every card of this expansion? I think I have. Dude, it's fucking criminal. It is literally a goddamn crime against humanity that this motherfucker, looking like he is, has never been viable. Look at this motherfucker. Look at him, chat. And he's never been viable. What was I gonna say? Jace. Yeah, I didn't look at Jace. Haha, everyone laughs because Jace is so cool. Time to go kill some kids. Haha, because they're poor. Get it? That's the joke. They're poor. Kill them. Sorry, what? 4 for 4 play. Grant me quick attack or challenger. He has 2 6+ cost spells. When I level up, create an acceleration gate. Acceleration gate. Grant your allies +2/+0 and quick attack this round. If they already have it, or double attack, give them a random keyword instead. Jace and all the elites of Piltover smiling while murdering children for the crime of being poor. 1942, colorized. What was I gonna say? You're just jealous because Jace has a better chin than yours. I'm just a little salty that they literally, like, Jace is basically capitalist Jesus. And he's basically a, like, what's even the right way to put it? He's basically capitalist Jesus, and they basically have him running around massacring kids and calling the poor violent and shit. Like, what's the right way I'm putting this? He's basically, okay, hold on here. He's basically this fucking image in a character. Right? And so many people keep going, right, but he just wanted to help. It's like, guys, he's a motherfucker who got his and quite literally pulled the carpet up behind him, closed the fucking bridge, and said, I got mine. Y'all are dangerous. And then, like, they just show him like this, like he's some hero. I'm a hero! What's your superpower? I stop poor people! What do you mean? I shoot them! To death! With my gun! Why is nobody clapping? So what is this thing? Okay, so he's 4-4-4-4 quick attacker challenger. That's pretty weak. Each round, the first time you cast a 6+ cost spell, cast it again on the same targets. Does it need a target to activate, or can I 4 Demacia and double up it? When you see things from his point of view, it's easier to understand why he thinks the way he does. Well, yeah, and I think they humanized him from that aspect clearly, right? They didn't just make him a walking caricature. He's not just evil rich white man does evil rich white man stuff, okay? He's not two-dimensional like that. Like, they clearly show how he came to be like that. But when he all but literally says to Victor, when he's closing the bridge, and Victor's like, "Oh, why are you closing the bridge?" And Jace is like, "The people from Piltover, they're dangerous." And Victor's like, "I'm from Piltover." And Jace all but says, "Oh, but you're one of the good ones." When that scene happened, I was just like, damn. I'm gonna be honest, Jace doesn't really look that pushed. Maybe they were scared because of Poppy, so they didn't want to print another champion that just trashes the game. Oh yeah, from Zon, my bad. Albus Pharaohs. Where's Camille? So he's 7 for 6/5, draw a Jace, attack, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. For each 6+ cast game increased by 1. Are those little people working with hammers on his shoulder? Yeah, I mean, I kind of like that Jace is more of a mid-range card. It's nice that they actually push mid-range for once. What was the rest of the Jace expansion? Jace card expansion. I was not really paying attention because I was kind of pissed off that they just fucked over the game for 0. And refused to do any balance changes ever. I was kind of a little pissy when that happened. Little bit pissy. Just a tiny bit. So let's see, there's Jace, Acceleration Gauge, Shock Blast, Jace with Quick Attack, Jace with Challenger. Wait, this is it? Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, new spells. We got Assembly Line, Summon 2 Forge Workers. Okay, so it's just a 6-cost spell to create units on turn 3. Shock Blast, deal 3 to an enemy or the Nexus and 3 to another. For 6 mana, that's kind of rough. It's an anomaly. When you draw or create me in hand or each round start. Okay, when you draw or create me in hand or each round start. While I'm in your hand, transform into random 6 cost. Okay, so it just transforms into random 6+ cost cards, but they kept fucking wording it weirdly. Okay. Albus Pharaohs, Forge Chief, strike, refill 1 spell mana. I got that card when I opened up my chests. I got this card and I was reading it and I was like, this card seems pretty good. Why is nobody using it? Huh, that's weird. I don't know. I thought to myself, man, it must be bad, but I couldn't remember why it would be bad. And I guess it's new, so it actually isn't bad. That's just my weird thought here. That's just my weird thought. I literally opened my chest, saw the card, was like, that card seems good. Why have I never seen it played? Then I just thought to myself, there must be a reason it's bad. Because like I in my mind, I was like, no one is using it, it must be bad. So, yeah. That's just something funny. 2 for a 2/2, play, manifest a 6+ cost card from your regions. I know it's played now. I thought it was an old card that I didn't remember, and therefore I assumed in my head that it must be a bad card for some reason. This card ain't bad. Best decks at the moment are aggro decks, and the card is some hefty competition in the 1 mana spot. If I was playing a control deck, the fact that you can Forge Chef turn 1, Forge Chief, turn 2 Assembly Line, or sorry, turn 1 Forge Chief, block something so I don't get fucked over turn 1, turn 2 open, turn 3 Assembly Line, that's pretty strong, I think. Because it stops you from getting fucked over turn 1, but you refill 1 spell mana, so you still keep the mana to Assembly Line. So you only get fucked over 1 turn rather than potentially up to 3 turns. Headstuck handle. Oh, so this is new. How long is there on this event, by the way? When they say the event is ending soon, how soon? Would I be able to complete this in time or not? Because the events typically give you good shit. You know? I mean, that would be a cool card to have in my Zillion Echo deck. Damn, this would have been cool. Oh well. What's that blue shit? Oh, that's not right. We're looking over here right now. Okay, so Pharaoh Sky Cruiser. Oh, I see elusive. Grant me +2/+0 every time you cast a 6+ card. Wow. Another elusive card that potentially swings to end the game? Wow. That's so interesting. What a new strategy. An amazing strategy. So new. So entertaining. So cool. Yeah. Headstick Handler. Grant tech allies ever +1/+1 once you cast this game. Does that only work on deploy, or can I sit him on the board and then cast it? It's never used? I don't give a shit if it's never used. Why do they keep fucking trying to print elusive win conditions? It's stupid. It's literally the definition of non-interactive. Okay, does Headstick Handler, here's my question. Does this work only on deploy? Or can I have it on the board and then cast a spell? Only on summon? Ugh. They don't really word it properly, do they? Don't other cards literally do the same thing, but they mention that it's only on deploy? For a Riot game, the tooltips are sure fucky. And I know League of Legends tooltips are fucky too, so maybe that was the wrong thing to say, actually. Oh, it's both? Oh, well then they did word it properly. Fuck you, chat. So Riot did a good thing for once, and you made me think they did a bad thing. You assholes. So 3 mana, Forge of Tomorrow. When I'm summoned, summon a Forge Worker. When you cast a 6+ cost spell, destroy me and refill your spell mana. Forge Worker being a 3/3. I'll be honest, I actually appreciate that they, for once, they're showing like an actual worker body and not the fucking like turbo over Chad body. You don't get a 6-pack from working out normally, guys. and you do actually you can still have a fucking gut while working. I'll say that I appreciate that. So this one's obviously pretty decent. 3 mana, you get that 3 mana back, and then you get the Forge Worker. So yeah, I mean that one's okay. It's a good. I do like that they pushed a mid-range deck, but I have to be honest, Chase is probably not very good, is he? He's probably getting shit on, right? Right? Dude, how come they can show realistic male bodies, but then when it comes to the female characters, it's like, hold on, let me just I know exactly which one I'm thinking of. They show like realistic male bodies, and then for the female bodies, they're like, what if that stick figure was a female? Huh? Okay, why did the other one? Okay, whatever. What about the Forge Chief? Is there a Forge Chief? Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, she's clearly taking steroids. That's weird. That doesn't even look normal. That is abnormal. Sorry, women in chat. That is steroids. That is clearly steroids. That's, hold on here. This, yeah. You guys ever seen like actual like construction workers and shit? The arms are a little bit big. I'll give you that. But yeah, that's about what they look like. No, they don't have massive raging pecs. They have pecs, they have arms, they have a gut. But that's, yeah, that's actually a pretty good actual interpretation of a construction worker. It's like a little bit pushed, but not even. So, as compared to the normal, I bet you I could find it on Viego really, really quickly. Yes, as compared to this body type, which doesn't really happen. You need a, yeah. You need to train extremely hard to get that extremely specific body type. Okay, so let's look at... Is the patch out yet, or is it coming out? I feel like I've bullshit my way for 2 hours now. Is it out yet? Oh my god. Fuck it, I'll just play a game. What's my favorite deck that doesn't suck? Oh, none of them. They all suck. I can do Viego. I'm just gonna get mini morph though. How long does the server stay down? Play Path of Champions? I could do that. I don't really have anything here. LeBlanc Ash decks have just gotten so power creeped, I'm not really sure what to say. Huh. Wow. This is the shittiest hand I've ever drawn.
I see you there. Here, sound the alarm. I've whipped up something special.
I mean... Ah. A little bit late, but okay.
Gotta go with the flow. Best run while you can. You'll regret when I leave this.
Let's glimpse beyond on that. I think gives us some draw. That saves us... Okay. Well, we've drawn every spell in the deck. So, I think we're doing just fine by that perspective, right? Yep. I mean, I pretty much can't draw more spells. So, I think we're doing just fine, chat.
Treasures of the ages for a price.
I like how there's just nothing to work with. It's just a bunch of spells that don't work. Man, why am I running Black Spear?
Check the high ground.
Well, I know why, but... Okay, there's something. A little bit late, but there's something. Well, he doesn't have a mini morph, so he can't kill my Hydrovine.
My friends, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You never thought I'd be nearly hand-capped while not actually drawing anything.
Through the coral.
We know the value of coin.
Skywatch formation.
I'm considering... No, I can't double Vile Feast. No, because I need to play the Hydrovine. Fuck. Ah, fuck it. We'll just take the 1 damage. Yeah, the problem is I didn't draw anything that synergizes either, so I just have, like, dead Scourges in my hand and shit, man. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the problem is I can't glimpse beyond it. I'm at 11 HP, but that's not too bad. I can heal a good trillion HP if I need to. I don't think I Black Spear. Or do I just Black Spear? Let's just get rid of this thing. Or do I? No. Okay, the Invasive Hydrovine is just gonna keep... Okay, here we go. Here's something. Okay, so this will put us down to 5 mana. I think we put down the Chemoran Soldier. Maybe I should have put down the cheaper... I should have put down the cheaper Darkwater Scourge. Or should I just put them both down? Yeah, I think I'm going to put both Darkwater Scourges down. I'll just heal to full, and then that gives me good targets for Deathmark. Because he won't... I guarantee he'll let one of them swing for free. Yep. Okay, he will. And then I can Deathmark and Black Spear if needed. Oh, wait, should I... I could just deny it, but I don't know. No. This is a tough call. Do I just let it go through? Do I save the Black Spear and Deathmark? Or do I go for the draw? No, I think I just let it go through.
India needs you to pay up.
Don't let my size fool you.
This is actually the perfect setup for me. So we Deathmark here. He's already blocking, so it's not like he can do something else. So now the Darkwater Scourge stays alive, and now I have a 5-strength lifesteal. He can't possibly kill me. He's pretty much given me the perfect setup. You're gonna make it rain. Why? I don't get it. I think I should just Black Spear Zap Sprayfin. Should I Black Spear Zap Sprayfin at this point or not? I kind of don't want to keep taking 2 damage. No, whatever. Yeah, remember, each time I summon an encroaching mist, they get stronger. So this invasive Hydrovine is slowly winning the game. This is why Viego is Shadow Owl's control. Like, if you play Shadow Owl's control at this point, you're playing Viego. What I'll probably do is remove the black spears.
Like a fish in water.
For that landmark. He'll attack with the Zap Spray Fins. I'll Deathmark the Encroaching Mist on a Gangplank. Because now he can't attack with Gangplank as a counter. And now Gangplank dies for free because we transfer the Ephemeral over to Gangplank. And now we have a permanent Encroaching Mist. Remember when wasn't Deathmark like 2 fucking mana? It was like a 2 mana card and people actually defended it. At 3 mana, after 2 years of power creep later. What, he can't kill it. He only has 2 mana. And then Gangplank dies, and he can't attack with Gangplank at this point. As a counter. Like, normally if someone was to be Deathmarked at that point, you would just say, fuck it. Right? You just say fuck it and you would attack, right? But because I let him attack, he thought that Gangplank wasn't gonna die. Well, Gangplank is dead.
I do this for her, for us.
So here's Viego. He's been getting power leveled this whole time. Here's a question. Do we swing all? I think we swing all. We have a deny. We have a Vile Feast to hit the Powder Keg. I don't really think he can come back from this one.
This to your bill.
We live here.
You're alive, but at what cost?
I'm gonna gut you.
I don't care. If you trade Gangplank for Invasive Hydrovine, I'm fine. I have Viego, and Viego is doing pretty good. Pretty good. No, I want him to use this barrel.
Oh, I've never met anyone like you.
I have enough to Vile Feast his Powder Keg. And 20 power died, so Viego's leveled up. I can Vile Feast his Powder Keg as a response. I can let him think he can kill me, and then kill him instead. So now what Viego does when he levels up, which is why he basically wins the game, every round start, I steal the strongest enemy that round, but if it's a champion, it just kills them. So as you might imagine, he can no longer play a champion because it will instantly die. So it's over. The play with the death mark on Darkwater Scourge won it because he's trying to burn me, but I'm gaining 5 HP each turn. Which isn't great for him. Not great. Oh no, he Darkwater Scourged me. Why no atrocity? I think I have one. I'm not 100% to be honest with you. Tell Ellie I love her. Ellie, Mars says you have asthma. Why are you using Make It Rain? We need a Zolte card to help Viego. Do we? Do we need to help Viego? I'm not entirely sure we do. Viego is pretty frustrating to fight. This guy's probably not having the time of his life. I'm not sure he's having the most fun. You know?
All this for her.
The voices in this game are a little bit too quiet. Can I turn the volume up on them a little bit, maybe? I'll turn the overall volume down. Or so I'll turn the overall volume up, but then turn these two down. And that should turn dialogue volume up. Why doesn't he FF already? I don't know. Oh, I only even run 2 Black Spears. Okay, fine. We'll run 1 Atrocity. Oh, there it is. Should I even be running Black Spear? It doesn't really fit me. I mean, honestly, I think I'd rather run a 3rd Spirit's Refuge. Wait, is there something I could run? You know what? I think I should run 1 Withering Whale then. Is there a place to post deck lists? I mean, I guess you could join my Discord at discord.gg/Hashinshin. Nopify? Well, I'm already running 3 denies. Viego Freljord deck? I think Viego Ionia works better. Concussive Palm? Oh, that's true. Poppy Zed. Wonderful!
The Yordle here's with me.
Remember me, little one. Please.
Let's move.
Chronicler of Ruin. Yeah, there's a lot with this deck you can do. I haven't really played it that much. To be honest, I would probably put more effort into it if I wasn't a salty little bitch. But I am a salty little bitch. And the fact that they killed Shadow Isle's control 2 years ago, I am still a salty little bitch about. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna glimpse beyond here. Because I can't find shit. And I'm a bit worried that things aren't gonna go great for me.
You must know me, little one. You must.
Hang on, Buzzball.
Hey,
Okay, I could put down Deepwater Scourge and discourage him from attacking with Zed. Or I could put down Cameravran. Yeah, that actually does... Does that do better? He won't attack with Zed. No, I think we do this.
They'll never see us coming.
What am I at? 8 HP? Ha, you fool. That's not a lot. Well, there's my death mark. I can't put down Viego. If I put down Viego, he's just gonna swing to kill me next round. There's no winning with that play. I have Viego and then I die.
Wouldn't be a quest without some danger. Hold up. Where are you going?
He has enough for deny, I guess. Now you don't. Were you expecting me to death mark? I feel like the deny would have been better than that. Or am I crazy?
an apt pupil.
My life for the Order. I will play my part.
Hitting me for 2 mana, or sorry, 2 damage right now does not do a lot, I don't think.
The dark beckons.
Okay, hitting me for 4 damage does do something though.
They cannot hide.
Okay, I still have 9 HP. I'm not really that bad off. Okay, there's a Spirit's Refuge. I'm thinking we... Darkwater Scourge. This threatens Deathmark. Even though I don't have it, he might get paranoid.
The dark beckons. Punished with strength. I am a true master.
It's too late for you.
I have so many options and yet I don't have any. Yeah, I know he's gonna buff Zed. That's why I'm saving the Spirit's Refuge. The VA goes to heal.
Break their spirits and their swords.
Where's Pantheon? He'll be out soon.
Hardly fair.
Okay, I'm not dead, and I can Spirit's Refuge here. So... Right? He only has 1 mana. I don't think 1 mana has an out. Yep. I'm up at 10 HP again. I don't have any more healing, though.
Night falls.
Please don't tell me you have a way to make this kill me.
Command you.
I'm pretty sure he can't stop me at this point. You can't deny my deny. Okay. I didn't draw that perfectly. If I drew that Withering Wail, I think I would have won that pretty goddamn early. But I think I made use of what I had. Damn, Hashinshin is actually good at Legends of Runeterra. I'm really good at Control Shadow Isles because I really like the Puppet Master playstyle. I really like doing that. It's just that, well, to be blunt, again, I'm a salty little bitch baby that they fucked over Control Shadow Isles in beta and never brought it back. I liked Mistrace spam. I liked Control. And they were like, ha 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 ha, time to annihilate your Lidros. And I was like, no. And they were like, and you're a Rasa. And I was like, no. Teemo Caitlyn. That's not a terrible hand. Okay, in all honesty, should I keep Green Glade Lookout? Of all the cards that I use, I feel like this is the least good.
Through the trees. Bring the others. Affirmative.
Interesting.
Zon taught me to never let my guard down.
Me too, buddy. They also taught me that. If I put down Kemavaran, he can't attack with the Puffcalf Pup. No, now he can. I'm trying to think, can he kill Viego?
Submission or death for all who live.
I don't think I attack with Viego, mind you, but I don't think he can kill Viego. Right? Well, I guess he could use all 5 mana.
My britches and purple berries.
Oh boy. Why is this card a thing? Why does it have 5 fucking toughness?
News from the Undercity shift, Detective Zane?
It's all in the report, Sheriff. Should pay off nicely.
They forgot. But you
I can still use Glimpse Beyond and Twin Disciples with this.
obey your king.
Intruder, get him.
Peacemaker protocol.
Cover reinforcements.
Should I Glimpse Beyond that? No. Okay, that Green Gate Lookout actually paid itself off so fucking hard.
Rise, beast of Camahor.
They should have played up Viego's Spanishness. On some of his voice lines, he's very Spanish, and on some of them, he's not. And should I attack with Viego? I'm not gonna risk it. I'm willing to lose the Hydravine, but I'm not willing to lose the Viego.
Let's talk this out.
Especially because if he clears my board, I win. So, yeah, that's Viego's specialty, chat. If he needs allies to die, and the thing is... Okay.
Command you.
Lesson's over. We made it. Yay.
But our stuff did it.
What did he discard? My Spirit Leech? Oh, I like that, though. And we won. Wow, I'm actually doing pretty good here. I feel like I'm drawing well. The first game I didn't draw well.
There is only darkness.
But that Green Glade Lookout, he really should have just traded, dude. Letting that Green Glade Lookout get that second hit is what lost him the game, straight up. Quick question. Does anyone actually think the Pantheon deck is going to be good? Because, I'm going to be dead honest. It doesn't look good. I think the Dragon is good. But Pantheon, I'm not 100% about. He doesn't look particularly amazing, if I'm going to be blunt. I honestly think this expansion might just be giving dragons a 3-drop dragon. And then Pantheon is also there, and then he'll probably get removed from the Pantheon deck. Much like how Maokai got removed from the Maokai Nautilus deck. I think Pantheon might get removed from the Pantheon deck.
You won't get past me.
That's not good. That's also not good.
Never tried this chemical before.
Should I Vile Feast right now? Yeah, let's do that.
Little rooms are just as good as big ones.
Okay, did he just get 2 for 1 on that deal? Okay, quick question. Why did Riot make a small boobs joke? I'm just saying, it's like kind of infantile. Honestly. I mean, I get sex jokes and all that, but like they literally made a small boobs joke. Like, what the fuck?
Wondrous discoveries await below.
I would like if Kindred got... Wait, he actually ended his turn? So you let me pay 1 card.
Submission or death for all who live.
That's why you always carry another pair of goggles.
What was I gonna say? I get sex jokes, but they literally make a small boob joke. And then... they have... Like, I feel like Ziggs is just not... a sexual character. So it's just weird when they have Ziggs making sex jokes. It just it's just weird to me, man.
You matter so little.
Do you think he kills Viego on this? Do I have anything to keep Viego alive? No. But I do have a second Viego. I don't really have a better play, though, to be honest with you.
You cannot stop me.
He's gonna try to obliterate. All I have is Withering Wail to deal with it.
Remember the objectives.
Can I kill that? No.
Make the Empire proud.
Yeah, he's just gonna try to obliterate. All I have is Withering Wail.
Duty, Empire. No one's the wiser.
He literally skipped one of his attack turns. And I still get burned out. Okay. I paid 3 mana to make him skip an entire attack turn, and he still burned me down. I don't know, Riot. What do you think? You think burn might be too easy, too good? Did the server go down? That's weird. As some talented play. When are the servers going down? Are they already down? I'm not getting a game. I suspect they might be down. Dude, I feel like Nexuses just don't have enough HP. I think they should honestly boost them to 25. Part of the problem is I can't power creep Burn at all. Burn is exactly as strong as it was 2 years ago. With the exception of some, like, Bandle City editions. But they haven't, like, what is that one card? Like, all the Burn cards do as much damage as they used to for the most part. Okay, so the servers went down. That's what I suspected. So now we wait to see when they go up. Oh, that's weird. Rise against ruin. Behold, a new tale of ruination has come to Terra. Before your mark takes exclusive items as a token of your travels. Thank you. Some pros talked about this. If you buff Nexus HP to 25, then everything would be combo deck versus combo deck, and the one that finds his pieces first just wins. Counterpoint, all the people who still play the game are probably so goddamn used to playing aggro and burn and shit that they probably think that that's fun and normal, and that not playing that would be the weird one. Personal opinion. And if combo decks truly are that broken, here's the thing. Combo decks aren't being balanced around being balanced in a concept of balance. They're being balanced around the concept that if they don't automatically win on turn 7 or 8, that they win the game. Spectral Maiden probably should not exist in the way that it does, if you want me to be blunt. Spectral Maiden and utterly annihilating everyone is probably a poor decision. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is maybe I'll turn my stream off and I'll restart it. Because it's already been up for 3 hours without really playing the game. And I kind of want to go to the bathroom and do some shit before the patch comes up. Oh, wait, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so matchmaking is down. So everything's down. Okay, for those of you who've played this game for a long time, how long does it normally take the patch to go up? Like, do I have time to take a shower, or what? I'll be dead honest, I started streaming way too early. Dead honest, that one was a mistake. That one was a mistake. I got up, and I'll actually tell you exactly what happened. I woke up. I didn't immediately go to my computer, but when I went to my computer, it was downloading a patch. And I assumed to myself, oh, this must be the new patch. So then I started my stream, and then I remembered it was the Jace patch I just hadn't played in a few months. $50 minutes? Okay, so... Okay, I'll start my stream at 12. What is this? What is it? It's called Magical Misadventures. Um... Yeah, I probably fucked myself because a lot of people actually tuned in today to, a lot of people tuned in today to watch the new Pantheon deck, and I started it too early, so, yeah. Little bit of an oopsie daisy on that one, not gonna lie. Probably won't get the full 200 to 300 viewers again, but oh well. Wait, how did it get scheduled for the past? Why did it let me schedule a stream for the past? Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna double check it just to make sure I'm not being a fucking idiot. Are all the new cards released? They will be soon. But I'm gonna go take a shower. Yeah, no, I'll tell you again what happened. What happened was I logged in. I saw it was patching, but it was a Jace patch, and I just hadn't played in like a month. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll redirect you guys to the new stream. I'll be back. I'm gonna go take a shower. You can probably see my hair's a little bit greasy. You can also see my headset does this every time now. Kitty! 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 Kitty!